In the background, it looks like we're about ready to get going. So that's fantastic news.
All right. Yeah, I can't wait for it. So Nuke is going to be coming up now. Looks like Mad Lions are going to be starting on the CT side with Havu on the T side. And, well, a little bit of an investment. We've got a Molotov and a smoke picked up there on the Havu side, so they could do something. It's not going to be this playing Glock Rush here.
Well, Bubsky looking towards outside for the moment, just waiting. He's going to get a challenge here as the cross comes. That's a tough shot to hit a very narrow, very quick angle. I don't think he's aware that someone has creeped up along the corner. That's Hoodie, waiting to turn in towards Mini, and here comes the attack. Split from the squeaky door as well. Oh, they've got a perfect strategy to flush out Bubsky.
That is so well timed. With the Molotov, they just knew that he was going to fall back to that position. So 4-on-4, the bomb is going to be going down, and there was no one there to stop it either. Hard retake coming in here for the Danish side, no doubt about that. They're really sort of just hidden inside of that bomb site. They've got everything going on. This one, well, two flashbangs, so going to be one to set it up and then throwing it behind them as they fall in. That's a cool idea, and that second flashbang did catch them as they came in. Instant headshot. Dodo going down, but the return of the Finnish players here just way too strong. They were hidden far in. There was no way you were going to be able to flash all of them. Asilian now 1 versus 3, and he finds one, but again, they can hide forever, and he'll never have the time to find all these players. As long as they don't challenge him, it's just not going to happen. He takes down Slowy, and now he's looking for the fight, but yeah, time is going to be running out, and he'll just have to make a run for it. Nice execute from Havu.
Yeah, that was really sick. Not just, I mean, the actual split and the strategy to force out Bubsky, but that showed the appearance of the player just crossing towards Secret. That makes Bubsky feel like, you know, they're going to go downstairs. That makes it feel like there's going to be multiple players. He gave up the angle, didn't spot anyone else, already flushed into the upper bomb site. So the communication isn't there, and that's just a nice way to disguise the hit that's coming from Havu, and that goes back to the experience that this team has playing together. We mentioned they're probably going to look way more organized on Nuke than Mad Lions will.
Certainly off to a strong start at the moment. Got some Galils, a lot of Galils in fact. That is the meta game that we've entered into.
Well, ever since Flamey got that one magazine ace with the Galil, I think everyone's like, all right, we can use that gun. We'll go for it.
He just took one guy. One little ace. And Dodo outrunning with the Mac 10, and that makes a lot of sense as well. And he's just on his own.
And again, it's very similar style to what we just saw in the pistol round. There's a big feint towards the lower bomb site. Dodo is down, a lot of attention. Look, he's gathered, what, 2 players? There's a third on the ramp. And now the attack can come from wherever. He can fly right up the vents to meet up with the rest of his players that are waiting to attack from lobby.
There is a max 7 here, and actually that's going to do so much damage. Instant kill. If he can get one more, it'd be very interesting. Still a minute left, and he was caught jumping in the middle of that. That's a bit of a shame. I think there was a big opportunity right there. Roy in the corner with the Deagle, doing so much damage, and that looked like it should have been a kill. Look at the health that's left there on the Havu side. And just not able to complete it. Asilian has picked up a Galil in the meantime, and he'll at least take down Dodo. But again, the bomb is down, and this is going to be very tricky, even if they have low health. Nice shot there, taking down Hoodie. Asilian comes up with a big win against So, and he's going to go for the instant defuse. They have the kit, actually, and they're going to be able to get it. What a turnaround from Mad Lions. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's unreal, especially considering Roy was really struggling with that deagle in towards the hut on that flank. But what a nice recovery, and that's got to be just crushing for Havu. Again, I really like the strategy. I really like the attack. You know, the feint towards that lower bomb site, I thought that was very, very cool. It did exactly as it was designed. It pulled the defenders away. And that's one of those rounds where I feel like Mad Lions should have never had a chance to get back into it.
That's what it really started looking like. I think that max 7, once it goes down, that should be it. That should be the round in their favor. But I don't even know how he got that far in to pick up the Galil to begin with, Asilian. But that was a great double kill. Really, really helped out, obviously, by the fact that they were so low on health. So now we got the M4s. We got a bunch of things working out here. And it's looking like Shush just above the smoke, trying to figure out where they're positioned. Actually managed to make it down from Slowy. That's a pretty nice sneak.
That's a decent spot to be in. There's actually just now Asilian shows up into that lower bomb site, and he's going to be pretty cautious and aware of the possibility, but still not entirely certain that someone's made it here. Problem is the aggression from Slowy is just tempered. He's only got the deagle. Does have armor as well, but doesn't want to push into that bomb site. Way too difficult to know the angles, and a smoke wall outside is going to cover the pass of a couple more players from Havu. So it's starting to look like they can make this into a dangerous hit with 2 players waiting up in lobby still.
Yeah, the problem is if Asilian goes down, and there's no one there that can get to him quickly. So when the fight starts for him, they're waiting. What a smart play. Bubsky being called in, Asilian started to feel a little bit lonesome down there, saying, you know what, I'm alone.
That can't be the rotation, though. You cannot drop through vents when your teammates have already called it lower than there's a player down there. That's exactly what Slowy's designed to do, and he's got a triple kill. This is looking beautiful for Havu as they attempt to trade the rounds back and forth. Slowy almost with another one.
That is so close. And Saw coming in. There's the Tech 9 to take down Shush, and just like that, it's Acor in a 1 versus 2. Now, they only have 17 seconds and an instant headshot. The bomb is actually way out in the open. He might be able to win this. A flashbang to center. Ray will complete it. And Acor saving his team. That is, I mean, it should have never got that close, but they brought it back.
Again, it's another round where it felt like it was in control of Havu. And that with that one mistaken rotation down the vents, which is just, it's a big blunder to make that rotation when someone has already called this crossed over. That is exactly what Slowy needed to do. And still somehow Mad Lions come back in the round. A good 1 versus 2 win. And Mad Lions keep the advantage. They take the lead 2-1.
And that'll put an end to the economy, at least for a short while here. However, we're going to have to just wait it out now. Bubsky looking to see if he could get anyone. Ooh, that was the last bullet in that spray that took down Slowy, trying to make it down. That's what we're learning out of Havu right now. They are super interested in trying to go for those vent dives, and it's been working.
Yeah, and actually, this is a fun way to watch Nuke as well. I love teams that like to aggressively go for the vent dive. They're at least going to get a plan here. They've gotten 2 kills. 1 more would be absolutely stellar. They've got the weaponry for it. They've got the M4 and Saw, but he's so low on HP. This is a low percentage win, and Acor is going to finish it off. Mad Lions take a third. They survive with 3 players, but that's a successful round for Havu.
Yeah, 2 kills on a bomb plant. I mean, why not? You probably weren't going to get much more done than that.
And look at how they've limited the economy. I mean, before this round's end, no one from Mad Lions is above $1,000 in the bank. So they're going to have to spend a decent amount in this next round. And if you're Havu, yeah, it sucks you've lost these 3 rounds in a row, but you've got them right where you want them.
Yeah, you've got it down to a 1-on-1 or 1-on-2 pretty much almost every time, right? And even in this round, you did some damage. So yeah, I think they're going to be all right with it. I mean, that's kind of the name of the game, isn't it, when you're playing that T-side? Just keep punching at that economy.
Yep.
And you'll be fine. At least if you can manage
to
eventually.
Yeah, I wouldn't say fine. You're in a position to recover whatever scenario you're put in, right? It just,
yeah.
We see how many times have we seen that kind of a pressure put on the economy and it just never turns because the round is never won. Good nade stack outside. Look at the damage that's done. Huge pickoff from Asilian. He's traded off, but they have no idea Roy is still here, and that's a brutal headshot onto Dodo.
Oh yeah, he was just about to, I think, slide in behind that box, but it worked out just fine. Now Roy is sort of hanging around, actually still going. He's into the smoke now. This seems, again, like an absolutely crazy place. Flash through to look on the one side, and they take the fight with him straight up, and that's dangerous. He's probably in a lot of trouble here. He suddenly wakes it back around. I can't believe it.
He hasn't been hit by anything. Now this Molotov might force him out. Oh, he's got to peek. He's got to take this fight. It's an awkward peek, but he's done good work. He's held them back. He's got information. They know both players are outside. That's the big thing. That is a nice flex round from Mad Lions as they challenge and they deny all map control over to Havu. Good outside aggression from Mad Lions.
And not the same level of economic impact that we saw in the previous rounds. So
yeah.
3 people staying alive, that's pretty decent. It's not amazing, but it'll kind of work.
Well, it's now also 2 rounds in a row that 3 people have survived, so it is going to start building up, and I mean, that can just mean nice things for the future. This is the round where you maybe force them. There's no bomb plan as well, remember, so the half-buy comes in, Mac 10, Deagles, Tech 9. This should be a round where Mad Lions is able to handle it pretty decently, unless there's some craziness, some insanity with the Deagles.
4-1 in their favor. Definitely suddenly turned out to be a strong start here. We've got Acor on that AWP, which again is something that Havu really have to be worried about. That is never fun to be up against. So quick. Now they do actually make the jump right past. He's got a little bit of backup, and somehow that's a headshot through the wall with Eagle.
That was nasty little
This is a little panic going into that.
Yeah, that was just pull the trigger and cross your fingers and hope for the best. Unfortunately, I have no idea about this flank coming in. Dodo's going to get 2, certainly, but Roy turns quick enough. Now Shush. He's got the Krieg in the corner. This should be an easy pair of fights for him to win, but Zori with a nice quick headshot. Again, Mad Lions restricted to just 3 players surviving for the moment, and maybe that goes down to 2, and indeed it does.
He's always reloading, and they're right on top of him. I think he finally figured it out now. To go for the long swing. Now, it almost could have happened. Roy will take him down. That looked like he was going to swing maybe a little bit wider, but I mean, a lot of damage there for Sori. That's going to help out. Not bad at all. Another round, though, in favor of Mad Lions.
Yeah, this is where we get to see, as you said, if it's ever going to be all fine for Havu. They've been able, you know, now the economy starts to grow. They have to work on chipping that down one more time, and then finally get that, you know, that back-breaking round to take the economy completely away from Mad Lions. That's far in the future, though. At this point, it's just, you know, baby steps. It's what about Bob? You know, baby steps. Get that first round on the board.
It's what?
What about Bob? You never saw that flick?
No.
Bill Murray? It's a classic.
All right. You'll have to catch me up at some point.
Yeah. Nice American classic movie.
All right, we'll do it. Yeah, right now all they're doing is they're lining up all the dominoes, but eventually, you know, you have to flick that last one, Jason, or it's not gonna work out. Can't just be lining them up on the floor and
no, just going into circles forever and ever.
Not doing anything with it. Yeah, I mean the odds right now, maybe understandably so, swinging in favor of Mad Lions. Sort of, I think I can see why that would be happening.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit too soon to tell. Here 5-1. I mean, there's still plenty of time for Havu to recover a lot, but we'll see.
Well, the ops are in play now. Acor has one, which is exciting. His style is incredible to watch, and Zori has an AWP on the other side with Havu. Acor has his in ramp room. You can see him peering into a deep angle. Ooh, and Hoodie's going to challenge a missed shot. Not fact. Excuse me. I'll take it back. He didn't miss.
He can't miss.
He shoots him right through the edge of the wall.
Acor is like if you had someone who was in an insane asylum and you just let them out.
You gave him an AWP.
And you gave him an AWP and let him onto the server. That's more or less his style of play.
Well, the other op on Zori hasn't really had a chance to get involved in the action. That's far back, just now entering lobby, and it looks like, again, they want to attack towards ramp room where Acor is, and you could kind of understand that. One missed shot from Acor, one flashbang forces him off the angle, and he has to fall back. So it's an easy take of ramp room. The question for Havu now becomes, what do they do with this control of ramp?
Yeah, they're kind of maybe locking in from the other side, but Acor will get one and Shush with another one taking down Hoodie, and suddenly it's really rough. And even that kill, which looked like it could have gone the way of Dodo, it's not going to be actually playing out. So Sori and Saw are left 2 versus 5. And this is where those dominoes, like, you know, they're finally trying to flick them, but they put them too far apart. I'm staying with this metaphor, Jason. I don't care what you say.
You have a great obsession with dominoes.
They're just a great toy. Classic toy. Before the internet, dominoes dominated everything.
I don't think they're actually a toy. Isn't it like a game? There's like a real dominoes game.
There could be.
That you apparently have no idea about. They don't know. I'm serious. There is.
I appreciate the part where, look at that.
Yeah,
what a shot.
Nasty. That's a good little flip.
No, I just like making really long mazes of dominoes and then, you know,
yes,
flick them over. Again, before the internet.
I was more of a slinky kind of guy.
Have you ever seen people do the slinky magic stuff where they're like freakishly good at using them?
No, but
I'll show you a video.
I have a deep dark hole of YouTube videos. Hold the thought. We've got enough rush spam coming through. Roy's going to find that first kill. And this is the tough part against rushing against utility. Molotovs are perfectly placed by the Mad Lions defense. No access to the upper bomb site. Havu can go nowhere. They've got to readjust, and again, going towards Acor. And that is picking Hoodie right out of the sky. And he's going to continue to challenge. Smoke goes up, but he won't care.
He's pushing forward. This is what I'm talking about. No one does this. This is, I mean, again, this is such a weird play. It didn't quite catch them off guard this time, but Asilium was there behind. But that's the kind of thing you're just not expecting.
There's a reason nobody makes that play. And listen, making that play is probably fine against Havu. This is the issue when you see like a Mad Lions go to the IEM Katowices and play against the best teams in the world. That play not only gets punished, similar to how it was here, but the salvaged op is going to be even more punishing in his opponent's hands. And you asked me in the you know, leading into this match, if there's such thing, we talk about it, the young man's aim, if there's a young man's brain, that's a young man's brain play. I want to agree, but I just can't. You just enjoy it too much.
I think Acor he's the one to do it.
Biased.
He's got the only license. Can we give him the only license in the game to play this way?
No, Kenny has one too. I think his is a lifetime license.
Yeah, he's earned it. Well, fair enough. Acor's trying to get into that club anyway. 7-1, and that's what I mean.
Get shit on.
He is so out of control.
That's good. That is good stuff. Dodo now outside, gonna take this challenge. Good tap away, and Zori's got one as well. That's great cover, but Asilian, 3-man stack outside, and Acor's rotated back so quickly. The window of opportunity is closed outside. Even Roy gonna continue to challenge for this fight. He's got a teammate here as well, and Saw's just gotta back away.
That is That is absolutely amazing.
That's the bomb. That's the bomb. Slowy's got to rotate all the way back now. There's no way he recovers this, surely.
Yeah, they have two Molotovs, they have flashbangs and everything else. That's a nice peek and a Cillian caught in the middle of it. Now Roy, he's in a good position right here, trying to swing for it, but a headshot and a great 1 versus 2 win here for Slowy. Really, really well done. A critical round for Havu.
Yeah, I think Mad Lions in that 2-on-1 just felt so overconfident that they were going to win that no matter what happened. And I mean, that's a pretty stunning loss considering the magic that Acor just pulled off. That is a very disgusting flick onto Hoodie. This is
timing.
I don't know why we're running around jumping on the roof outside. I don't know why you're not just playing with the teammate, guarding that bomb. They're just right by blue box. There's no way for him to recover it if you play together.
Yeah, even if you wanted to relocate into that position, you just don't jump. They run into Acor, again, they lose a player. He's in the corner hiding, and it'll be a second one, and they don't really make anything happen here. Sorry, hiding inside, and they seem to know it, spamming through the wall a bit. Now they definitely will figure it out. That's a clean, a flawless round. So Havu, just, I mean, not making it work.
Well, they're like, okay, so Acor's wrecked us twice that we've gone towards ramp room. Let's maybe go towards the upper bomb site, and all of a sudden he's in mini with the AWP and he gets 2 kills.
They're setting up individual dominoes and knocking them over, and then the game is just actually really boring.
And then you don't actually get to play the game of dominoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the fun thing now is as you mentioned with Acor, I mean, there's a reason why you get so excited about him. A lot of people get excited about him is at the moment it just feels like if you attack Acor's part of the map, you're going to definitely lose 1 and probably lose 2.
Yeah, he's got that it'll hurt more you than it will me kind of attitude. Again, Acor the kill across the map outside a very aggressive position behind that container. Kind of hard to deal with when you don't have the equipment. I mean, if you have a lot of Molotovs, you can try and burn people out from this position, but Roy could just play out here at least until he finds a deagle, maybe. He's got 2 of them challenging him at the moment. And yeah, they're just waiting for him to try and get that peek. Nice headshot.
Yeah, now he's waiting for the follow-up. He knows there's one coming outside, but you don't even need to take that fight at this point. Tech 9 on Saw towards ramp room, and everyone knows it. This time Acor with the passive off angle. Again, it'll be outside. That's challenged. There goes Roy. Good shot from Hoodie, but still a long chance, or a very small chance for Havu to make any more impact in this round.
Yeah, but it feels like now we're past that point, even with that I was trying to bring up earlier, as keep doing damage. Yeah, it's not converting properly.
No, well, I mean, that's the thing. They need that nice win to really convert it, but they think they need 1 or 2 more rounds to grind the economy into a place where they can be reset. At this point in the half, you're hoping and praying for the economic reset for Mad Lions.
Yeah, you definitely are. Strong start here to the first half. 9-2 in favor of the Danish side, even with the Cillian playing. This is working out incredibly well. Creeks are back in their hands. We've got the 1 AK-47, got plenty of grenades. I don't know, if there is a time to convert this into a playable first half, it's right now. And they take down Bubsky, strong stop, but they're running for the fire, and Shush will absolutely punish them. Try and make it through mini as well, but Roy's there. He's in a little bit of trouble. He's got them back up here. Cillian shooting him in the back. I think Sori was almost making that flank. If he could have cleared that angle, he would have done it. Slowy now in another clutch situation, and he's down low on health in a 1 versus 1 here against the Cillian, but trying to go for that 1 versus 3 clutch. I'm shocked that even made it here.
Look at the time. There's only a minute and 15 seconds. Whew, I saw that one. It's early in the morning still, Anders.
Listen, it's fine. It was a high pressure kind of situation. I don't blame you for it.
I do. I blame myself. There was an upper rush. That was silly. Anyway, let's not focus on that. Bomb is in the upper bomb site. On the floor.
And Slowy's just hoping that there's a mistake here from a Cillian. He was the one making the jump last time.
Maybe another mistake in the cards. The hard part now is with no HP, Slowy's going to attack this upper bomb site. So many angles to clear. This is going to take so much time, which is just going to allow a Cillian's flank to just be the absolute perfect play.
Yeah, this timing is pretty deadly. And if you're Slowy, you can only check so many corners. You could only do so much. Cillian hoping that maybe he would have, checked outside, maybe walk back into it. The bomb is going to be planted. That's a tiny bit of help, but they don't need the $800 economic bonus right now. They need to win rounds.
Oh dear, this is huge. Cillian might have missed his opportunity, but he does have a Molotov. If he just drops that in the hut, it's pretty much game over. And look where that bomb is planted. Slowy's going to have to just swing out so wide.
And he knows that there's pretty much nowhere else that Slowy can be. So yep, Molotoved it off. There's nothing he can do. Oh man, that's checkmate, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, gone from dominoes to chess now, I see. Yes, I mean, that is exactly checkmate. There's nothing you can do in that scenario.
He pulled out one of their dominoes as they were coming down, Jason.
And
I could go back to that metaphor if you want.
I mean, be consistent is all I'm asking for.
All right.
Almost, that's a pretty nice 1 versus 3 to play in if you're slowy. Unfortunate that he can't get the win at the end because he did phenomenal work. But 10-2, massive lead for Mad Lions.
Yeah, this is kind of overwhelming, isn't it? At least they still have the guns, they got the round loss bonus, that's really kicking off now. They're going to try and blow open that door. They were successful doing some of the vent dives earlier, but they're going to stay away from it this time. Don't want to run into any kind of trouble. Roy again playing aggressively outside, and Acor is covering him in case there's something going on. I think he's going to be setting up for a flashbang, it looks like. And that's always cool. I mean, if you can flash people in there, it's always a nice idea. Cillian playing the ramp room and quickly falling back. Just giving it up, which is fine. You can do that. You're allowed.
Roy's just been a beast outside this whole time, though. It's just been so brutal, and they have plenty of a defense. Look at this crossfire setup from the window. Okay, attention there. Cillian needs the peek. He's got the first, but now he's pinned down. Oh, he transfers over for all 3. That's huge, and Cillian with the USP is going to add a 4th on top of it all, and Mad Lions can just do no wrong.
Oh, that looked like he almost missed the timing, didn't it? And
Yeah.
then he swung it back. He's got it all. Did he dink one of them and then transfer it back to kill a second player in this replay? I think he actually dinks one of the. Maybe that. Yeah, it must be. That would be cool to have it even more slow motion.
That worked out so freakishly well, and he ends with 7 health. Well, I mean, if you're Mad Lions coming into this, I don't know if you feel pressure as one of those players, but certainly, you know, all the viewers are just thinking, okay, this isn't a team that just cut their in-game leader before beginning. You know, it's going to be hard to be judged. And at least, I mean, this isn't the best competition in the world, but this is at least a very good first showing.
It is. Yeah, I mean, one map is probably going to be too soon to really call it, but they're doing fine. Getting the information, and it is immediately called out. They know someone is in mini. Would have been great if he wasn't spotted. That could really set it up nicely. Saul goes down, and they're trying to make it through. Just hail of bullets that's coming through from Bubsky there. I don't know, 4 versus 3. At least they made their way down.
Well, only one. That's going to be the bomb. There's 2 players still waiting behind that vent inside the smoke as well. So Dodo's the only one here. He's got to hold off for quite some time. There's the nade. It's going to do good damage. A second player has joined him in the lower bomb site into Cillian, just looking for information. But Hoodie's going to get a nice headshot on the rotation.
Oh, that's huge. They take down a Cillian, and suddenly it's back in their favor. And with Roy being this low on health, unlikely they could do much of anything. You will get one more kill, but eventually taken out by Sorry. And that's 11-3. Havu finally picking up one more round, which feels like it's a little bit late in the day to start showing up for work, but you know.
No better late than never in the Anders world.
I don't know, Jason. If we showed up for work 3 hours later, I don't think we're going to get a sort of any kind of pat on the back. No one's going to say, "Oh, at least you guys made it in here." No,
Probably not. Probably not at all. There it is, that aggressive hand warming.
maybe he's, you know, start a fire like one of those.
Cavemen?
Yeah, he's practicing for that.
Takes quite a long time. I like it. You're right, though. That's round 14, so last round of the half coming in. That's a bit late for Havu to get into the action. And that's just a very tough half for them to have to sit through.
On old Nuke, maybe we would be fine with it. We're saying, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, not so much new Nuke.
No. New Nuke.
Newish. It's been around for a minute.
Yeah, things like, how long does something have to be in Counter-Strike before we say, you know,
I think as long as it's
built in?
As long as it's the newest, which Nuke isn't, then it's new.
All right. So we're going to stop calling it that. I appreciate it. We need to retire that term.
Yeah, we do. Well, all the money is used by Mad Lions, but again, this is the sad part about it being a last round. It doesn't even matter that they've bought completely down. That economic reset isn't going to matter. It's just win this round and you get this point or not.
Roy jumping around outside with the MP9. They heard him, and he tries to make it through. He actually lives for a second longer than he would have thought. And that's going to be a good double opening now, favoring Havu. Fourth round here. I mean, again, it's very, very far, I think, from what's acceptable on the T side. But it's obviously, you know, if you can win the pistol round in the second half, you can start to build something at least.
Cillian was very, very fortunate to get that smoke out. Here we go. He's going to hold behind that smoke. Famas in, and he's not able to get the first. A quick dink, though. There's some low HP. They can pull this back, but it's going to be tough to do. That's a huge kill. If he could get away, it'd be so, so nice, but not able to happen. Shush is the last one remaining in a 1 versus 3. He's got Slowy, very low on 6 HP, but I don't think it's going to matter.
It's very tricky because they'll know he's coming, right? Slowy's done well with the grenades, so I guess if he could find him, that would make a big difference. Then he wouldn't at least have to deal with too much of the HE and the Molotov there. But inside of the smoke as it's fading, and a quick kill there. And he has to move really fast. He does have the defuse kit. He's picked up the Molotov himself, and he could throw it into the corner. That would certainly be interesting. That may be put it into a one-on-one. He's going to jump through the window and check. And I don't think he actually has time for this kind of a play. He needs to just run for it right here. Already pretty much out of time, and Shush will go down 11-4 in favor of Mad Lions at the end of the half.
Yeah, that is a very nice showing for Mad Lions. A good recovery quickly after losing that pistol round. Either way, we're going to go to a break, and then we're going to see what Havu has ready for the defense. Stay tuned.
And we are going to get into the second half of Nuke. It's a best-of-3 game, and Mad Lions have started off in a fantastic fashion. I mean, they had to fight for the first couple of rounds, but once they had them down, they just, I don't know, bit their throats, whatever it is Lions do.
Yeah, they hunt as a pack, do all sorts of crazy things. Here we go, Shush challenging with that Glock, but the USPs are going to reign supreme at that range. Good trade from Roy, but they need to get back with the bomb, and that's a low HP player carrying it, and yeah, he's going to have to toss it back, and now they can get into the upper bomb site. 2 players coming from ramp room for the Havu defense. That's a good nade, but that defender has to back out of the action for the moment.
That's a nice little turnaround. You put some pressure on ramp, the people in the A-bomb site start to get curious and start to push into lobby, and then you run right back with the entire force into their, yeah, just a little bit of a peek there. A lot of health on the Havu side, and a great headshot hoodie as well. That leaves 8-4, and oh, he's going to get shot right through the wall. Toto doesn't even care. That's so efficient. Well done.
That was a perfect retake. Bad Lions not really ready for what was just thrown at him there. Very well done, and this will be interesting because remember, Nuke is Havu's pick, so yeah, they had a terrible, demoralizing first half, but you have to think that they're going to be prepared even on this defensive side to make this comeback happen. They've got to have it ready. Oh, that's not cool at all.
Yeah, I thought it worked. Listen, if you can shoot.
Bring in your dominoes analogy now, Anders.
That's the equivalent of flicking one of the dominoes through the first, just through the first 10 rows of them. Just I'll find a way, Jake.
All day, baby.
We can make anything related to dominoes. It turns out.
It's the kind of god-tier content I'm here for.
Yeah, that's my superpower.
Congratulations. AK-47 on Shush. Krieg on Bubsky. Acor's unfortunately brought very low with the scout, but he can remain far back. On top of Twinkie, you can see the headshot angle, or silo. This is the battle that you want if you're Mad Lions. Bubsky moving the angle, and he's given up the game, although I'm sure Havu was assuming there was going to be a buy. Shush is isolated by that Molotov. He's got no teammates. Thankfully, no one's rotating into that position, and all of his teammates are just going down. So these rifles' effectiveness is dropping so quick.
Yeah, not much of a chance here. I mean, I like the idea of, trying to snipe away the ramp room. I think even though he was alone in there, it still could have been an interesting opening. But great way to take a round and losing nobody. So Havu definitely cementing a bit of a lead here in the second half at least, and getting the economy behind them.
That's both pistol rounds won now by Havu, and at least this time, thankfully, they convert the second round. So the best start you could possibly imagine on your CT side. It's now 11-6 as they're attempting the comeback.
And it's so much more doable now. They've actually done a lot already. They know that they're going to be against pistols in this one. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty easy ride in this particular round. Bubsky, he was even spotted, so just a lack of attention there, I think, in the mini room, and A-Core and Asilian now 1 on 4. And they know where he is, so.
And he's only got a Glock.
And he only has a Glock, and he's only got half health. Just tapping him away. All right.
11-7. Looking like a nice little, I mean, we'll see this first big gun round coming out is going to be a massive test for Havu. We'll see how they handle it, but they've done a much better job of at least getting some economy beneath their feet, way Mad Lions kind of struggled to do in the start of their run. So that's got to allow Havu to breathe a bit easier. We'll see if the AWP comes out in this first round. They did have one player go down, and indeed, they do have the AWP on Zori.
And 1 on A-Core, so it'll be interesting how that's going to play out. Definitely a fun battle to watch if it's going to be happening over Zorb. Smoke going up there to allow for the double jump down, and looks like they're going to be speeding it up. The flashbang, it looked like maybe they were going to be visible for Dodo, and he's going to get just overwhelmed. What a nice hit. Supported with the flashbang. Now they are going to be losing Shush in the meantime, but they've made it deep into the CT side here.
I think they spotted a shadow as well from above. Good kill from Slowy, and even though Mad Lions get a lot of control outside, I'm not sure if they can go any further with it. The AWP is coming up the secret stairs, waiting for that, and the scope isn't fast enough. Roy was waiting. That's pretty aggressive for the Havu defense, considering they had a man advantage, considering they had 1 minute and 10 seconds to play with, and they've walked right into it, and they might just walk right into Bubsky.
Yeah, actually you're absolutely right. They had a man advantage, and now this should surely be a kill. Bubsky, oh, nice crouch right under. It looked like maybe that was going to be the end of the round here.
They didn't spot the second player either. Bubsky didn't see it. So they only have the information that one player was in lobby, and you can see they're all a bit cautious about where the other ones are. And now this swings in the favor. I think Havu's gotten in the perfect positions to really handle this round. Roy has such low HP. This is not a battle you want to take if you're Roy.
No, and if he peeks and falls back, the HE grenade could finish him as well. There's a little bit of a chance there. Slowly waiting downstairs, and they actually end up losing the round. Wow. Havu turning it, in spite of making what looked like a big mistake and actually going aggressive in that 4 versus 3, they turn it around.
Ironically, one of the rare times the double down has been effective in esports. They were put at a disadvantage because of the aggression, and it was the aggression that saved them in the end.
Now the problem is, that's the one you remember. So next time you're in this position, you think, well, I remember that one time a nuke it worked, so we'll do it again.
We'll do it again, and again, and again. 3-round lead for Mad Lions, but it's dwindled very, very quickly. 4 in a row to start the second half for the Havu defense.
Just the pistols, some upgraded armor as well, but not much power behind this particular round. It could be 11-9 just like that, and all of the momentum would pretty much be gone for the Danish side. Sorry, coming in position, snipes away, slowly did go down, so that's a little bit of a shame. And yeah, backing up with that AWP, don't want to be too close to those CCs.
Well, I wonder how aggressive Shush is going to be. He's pushed all the way towards Under Heaven. Bubsky in the fence. That will be a nice kill, but Dodo's in position before they really realized it. Good kill, double kill from Bubsky. Can't get away, but this has made it very, very doable. 2 on 2.
And that bomb was down very, very quickly. So they have the P250 and the Deagle, Asilian. I think he would have heard that, and that smoke in the window room. Wow, that's really brutal. That limits at least one of the points that they could enter the bomb site in on. Picking up a rifle now is Asilian, and I don't know how they're going to do this. They don't have a smoke to put onto the bomb, so they can try and maybe force any kind of a fight here. And Asilian just sneaking in behind the big kill. Sorry turns around, and he's still going to no-scope them away, but Shush will win the fight here at the end of the day and pick up the AWP. So Mad Lions a bit of a stolen round almost.
Oh man, that's like just throwing a stick in the spokes of a bicycle wheel. They've just done the front flip and they've just face planted. That's a brutal way to have a cut. Like that's a huge hitch in the comeback. Everything was looking so nice for Havu, and they lose against the Pistols, the CZs. What, off of a mostly a ramp room rush? Pretty wild. 12-8. Mad Lions back on the board for the first time in this second half.
Yeah, and Sorry even got that kill on the guy that was jumping his teammate in ramp, but it wasn't enough. There was just too many people coming.
Also, we saw the same mistake in the first half out of Mad Lions. That rotation in towards the vents. It's so brutal if they've already got control of the secret stairs. And I mean, you don't see that happen too frequently. You know, at the top tier, at the biggest tournaments of the year, those teams do not just avoid rotating through that vent when the control is already lost, because that's exactly what can happen. Bubsky is just ready and waiting with the CZ, and it's narrow angle or narrow corridor, and he's got a double kill. Pretty brutal.
Really not a great position to be in.
No.
AWP back in the hands of Sorry. Money not looking great for Havu at all. If they go down here and if they lose this round, they're really only probably going to have one more shot at it on Nuke. I mean, that's the problem, right, with having such a terrible first half, is that, you know, the amount of tickets you have in the lottery at the end of it is just, it's not looking good.
Well, now, I mean, Havu's in that position that they wanted to get Mad Lions into, which is on the verge of just being broken in terms of their money. And if Mad Lions breaks them here at getting to a 13th round, they're just kind of screwed. Good kill through the smoke for Saw. He heard the dink. A follow-up nade is absolutely perfect onto Shush. So things looking good for Havu to retain control.
And again, outside control for Mad Lions, though, which is so dangerous. You really don't want to be giving this up too easily on the CT side.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least they've gotten a kill and a good amount of damage out of it, but the question now becomes, with Heaven has access to the upper bomb site, is how do you really defend it? Hoodie has to worry about Hut, he's got to worry about Mini, and especially now when his teammate starts falling outside. Hoodie's under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, similar scenario. I think that was Dodo to sneak out a Mini, and it was just being covered by A-Core. Shush takes down Saw, and just like that, 4 versus 3. Hoodie almost Molotov out of position yet. The Molotov is burning him, gets pushed for the fight. Gets shot in the back by Shush, and that leaves Slowy and Sorry now jumping down into the side. Slowy, ooh, A-Core, how is he so quick? That was a closed vent. He's so fast. Sorry up here, only chanting to snipe away before the bomb goes down, but Shush is peeking at the perfect time. A nice triple kill for him, and a nice round out of Mad Lions.
Yeah, and I think that's the dagger into this comeback. I mean, it's still doable, 13-8, but they're not going to have money in this one. Mad Lions has kind of the red carpet to get up to 14. This is harsh, and Havu have a decision to make. Do they want to invest here and put together what they can to fight, or do they wait around? That is very, very quick. It was almost like he was looking probably towards door, and then he was just kind of halfway ready just by virtue, just by the fortune. And so no real investment, upgraded some pistols, but no armor, no utility. And Mad Lions can take this round slow if they choose to. But you're right, that's the power of gaining outside control as the terror side. You're even happy to do it if you lose a player, a 4-on-5 essentially, but it just gives you such a dangerous point of attack.
Well, now Havu have taken over lobby all the way up onto the T roof. That's caught by Bubsky. Bit dangerous if he goes down. And actually, what a swing from Slowy. Just absolutely flicking that deagle all over the screen.
Yeah, that could be a game-changing flank. Look at how this is going to be very, very difficult. Molotov is slow, any push down the vents, but it's ramp room. There's 2 players ready to fight Lewisilian. He's caught in the middle of a jump, but he still recovers, and they go down slowly here now, though, with the AK-47. He's got a pair of kills. 1-on-2 for Saw, and he's got A-Core looking the wrong direction.
That is a nice sniper away at the USP. So, he's got him covered in behind the pillar here with the AWP, and it goes for the flick, takes him down. A return for Havu. Unbelievable round. That should have never happened.
No, I mean, the flank, obviously, unfortunately, was only spotted. They only spotted one. I believe it was Slowy that was seen, and that's, I mean, what a great round from him. The initial deagle headshot onto Bubsky, recovering the AK-47, hustling over to ramp room and getting 2 kills to slow things down, to keep it in the realm of possibility for Havu. That's absolutely massive, and I don't know how he hits the shot. What a great flick over.
Yeah, he's been watching that stupid movie Wanted, you know?
You really have a hatred for that movie.
Curving the bullets. It's a dumb movie. I was watching it, and like 20 minutes in, I was like, I actually don't want to spend my time on this. But
I enjoyed it the whole way through.
No. I don't believe you.
Smokes out for Cillian. Still a strong buy from the Mad Lions side of things. Surely that was spotted. Surely Dodo was seen. And indeed, Roy's going to come from above. They've still got one player behind the blue box who's going to be forced off by flashbangs.
Yeah. They've been pretty good at flashing that outside area and making it very hard to play with the orbs out there. Oh, but slowly holding his patience. He's going to eventually go for the shot. There would have been more people coming, but I don't blame him really for eventually trying it. And the follow-up there is just amazing.
That is the absolute nightmare scenario. Mad Lions with a man advantage. It's all thrown away with that push into ramp. Perfect timing on the Molotov from on top of the boost. The op is forced into the open, and Mad Lions is shut down, so comeback is back on. It's the pendulum has swung in the other direction.
Yeah, in a big way, especially if they can make it out without losing anyone else, which is looking very likely at the moment. They have a Cillian completely boxed in. He's going to go stand inside of the smoke just in case that there was going to be someone there for him to shoot, but not happening. 4 people stay alive for Havu. They make it up to 10 rounds, and yeah, it's suddenly looking way more doable. That's an incredible amount of patience for Slowy up there.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, the trigger discipline to just hold that, waiting for a second player to come in and follow up with Bubsky, and it's just never cleared. And unfortunately, I mean, it would have been an absolutely masterclass of a play, but he just realized, well, Bubsky's about to turn that corner. He's got to help. If his teammate goes down there, that's a disaster in itself. So back to pistols for Mad Lions, and this gets just way more difficult for them now.
That's like if he's put down, you know, one of those dominoes that's like, it looks like it's about to tilt, but if you try and grab it, maybe it does. You have to, you know, have patience and just wait it out.
Look at this play. Oh, Bubsky, he might, shot from beneath, and it's a headshot as well, somehow. But that was very close to Bubsky just opening this round wide open. Good shot from Zori, falling back. And Cillian's going to continue the pressure. It doesn't work. That is a tough triple kill for Zori to get 2 different angles as well as he retreats. Beautiful job.
Yeah, I can't believe he lived through being basically stomped on by Bubsky, but the second AWP shot was getting lightning fast. Nice to see the Finns are answering back here, not just rolling over on their own map pick at all. And they're going to be cleaned up here as well. Acor, the last one left with an M4 that he's not going to be able to save, really. So, yeah, I mean, this is such a great turnaround. They just have to make sure they don't lose anyone else, obviously. That would be the one thing that would be maybe changing this round. And not just 1 kill, but I think if Acor could somehow get 2, that would be the dream for him at the moment. Limiting that economy.
That's a lot to ask.
Yeah.
At this point. That is very much crouching beneath the hole in the door. Trying to stay hidden for as long as possible. 23 seconds on the clock. You're right, 2 would be fantastic. Any economic damage at this point would be lovely, but he's been spotted out. And now that timer really doesn't matter. He just has to make sure he goes and dies before the timer hits 0, and that's a fight slow. Oh, he's got the 2. He's somehow done it for you, Anders. He's found 2 kills, great economic damage. Oh, he might get another one. Op shot isn't going to work, but that was great. If he hits that op shot, he gets a plant. There's a real chance there.
Yeah, there definitely would have been. And he, I think, got that second one jumping, didn't he? This is a high-intensity situation for Sorry. I can't believe that he did it. Just, oh, man.
These were nice shots. I can't believe, though, I mean, huge issue for Havu to give away 2 kills at the end. And a 4-on-1, giving away a double kill to a Cillian should never happen. See what the money's going to be like. It's still pretty decent for the CT side, so it's not all doom and gloom.
No, I mean, they have a little bit of a buffer that definitely will help them out just in case. Obviously, their minds probably gambling and hoping on the fact that, you know, maybe they can just make a full comeback right here. I mean, the economy for the Danes is not looking that great. So there's a really good chance if they win this round, maybe they bounce all the way up to 13-13. They could tie it all up. They've been having a lot of outside control, Mad Lions, and it's been a bit of a coin flip almost if it's actually been paying off for them or not. So, but I don't really blame them for continuing to try it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like it as well. Unfortunately, the opening kill goes the way of Havu. Molotov going to force Dodo in deeper towards Mini, and this is a huge frag. If he can get a Cillian, that's the bomb. That's a big frag for a Cillian. He's going to be able to make his way outside, but again, the bomb is there. Slowy's pushed up. Another double kill for Slowy. He has been a god on this CT side. Remember, the triple kill starting with the Deagle a few rounds back is what started Havu on this comeback.
Yeah, that's incredibly well done. And again, that was going to be a sort of pincer maneuver almost towards that ramp room from both sides. And it's so readable once you get those 2 kills. You know, like you've already lost outside. You see other 2 people coming in. You can guess the rest. Roy now, again, economic damage is great and all, but they're not going to be allowed to. Well played on Havu here. This suddenly turned into a very interesting map. 13 to 12 at the moment. And with no bomb plant or anything, I'm not sure the Danes could really do much to put together a buy here. I don't know if they could, I don't know, wanted to scrape someone together just to do the damage, but it's risky. Yeah, it's starting to look a little bit serious.
I mean, if I'm Mad Lions, I am feeling a bit worried at this point. And also, I mean, this is where we can go back and touch on the fact that this is where you really start to miss Hunden. An in-game leader. Yeah, this is where you're saying, oh, he actually, you know, when that new in-game leader is stepping in with a few weeks of experience and he's trying to rack his brain for a winning strategy, you know, rifling through the playbook in his head. This is where someone like Hunden, with all of his experience and obviously bringing this team to this point, could have been a very, very valuable voice to have.
Yeah, because at this point, all you need is, like, this way it would be great to have one little trick, one little piece of, you know, info that you've gleaned somehow that could just give you that last round that you maybe need. They have bought, you know, half into this round, some upgraded stuff, but not too serious of an investment. And again, damage is what would really make a big difference at the moment. Any kind of economy that could be stolen away. Ooh, so nearly getting the other way. Nice run and gun, and I can't believe they lose both players on the bomb site. Roy will continue a huge double kill with that MAC-10.
I think they need to just hit the pause button for the moment in this upper bomb site. Bomb's going to start being planted now. Acor's going to walk into his doom, maybe not. Slowly. That's a tough off angle to deal with, even with Acor's low HP. And they're biding their time for this retake. There's the peek out at Dink. And Roy, or Acor, excuse me, going to finish it off. Zori, 1 versus 2 from above, and he's got the first.
Now, what could he do? A lot of damage on Roy already. The grenade, trying to see if he could maybe flash him out. Going to try one more time, and then the smoke to set it up for the actual peek, and he wins the fight. Zori with a nice kill up there. That was so close. And Mad Lions are going to start to feel frustrated.
Well, that at least is going to be promising. You've gotten the plant, you've gotten, you know, that was with MAC-10s mostly. And yeah, there's a look of frustration, or even despair, almost.
Yeah, like, come on.
Oh, that was a very narrow victory for Havu. But here's the thing. If I'm Havu in this next round, because that upper hit worked so well with just MAC-10s, I'm telling my upper players, like, don't worry about saving any nades. Dump the Molotovs. Dump the Molotovs at the door, in the hut, the nades as well. Throw it all out there. Just make sure we don't get beat by some kind of fast play.
Yeah, that's definitely the one thing you don't want to have happen here. So, gonna have a double ramp set up, and we'll see. A door blown open, Molotov to maybe put on a little bit of pressure. They're holding on to a lot of their grenades, so keeping it fairly conservative at the moment, but all tied up 13 to 13 here. Only Slowik, I think, down in those hallways. Making his way towards the secret stairs ever so slowly.
At the moment, no one from Mad Lions to greet him. They're still very far back, and you mentioned how much they'd been favoring the outside play. Mad Lions, not this round. One's chopped across, so Zori's got to get a new angle, and he goes and hunts down a Cillian, who just assumed he was going to be safe in the left side of that hallway, trying to get a nade out.
Yeah, wanted to set up a smoke, I think, just to put some pressure on there. Wasn't expecting that peek at all. Which, to be fair, I mean, a lot of all players, once they see people jump across like that, maybe don't want to stick around.
Oh, this is so sketchy. Bubsky is actually pushed out. That's a smoke thrown by Havu. I don't think they'll expect this. One mistake from Hoodie, and he's dead. And he's so close to making that mistake. Look, you could just see the very top head. Oh, there's a good peek. He knows there's one more up there as well, and he should have had the double kill. That would have opened it all up. Still 2 defenders in the site, and the op is going to hold the angle perfectly. Havu on track to a 14-13 lead.
Yes, they are. 30 seconds left on the clock as well. Roy and Acor. I don't know how you do this. They're also being flanked. Dodo with a nice push in here with the M4, and surely he's going to be catching Acor. Oh, with a knife. What a nice message to send here to the Danish team. It's Hoodie to take the last kill, but this is working out very well all of a sudden. 14 rounds. They're loving it right now.
Oh, you've got to be. You're living the dream if you're hungry at this point. I mean, remember, everything has worked. Mad Lions had complete control of this half. They put you back on the Deagles once they got to 13 rounds. and you had, what was it, Slowy, who gets the Deagle headshot and 2 more kills with the AK. Ever since then, it's been all Havu on recovery.
Yeah, it's lined up nicely for them at the moment.
And you've even forced, not only are you on a nice run, you've forced Mad Lions out of their comfort zone. They've started to go away from that outside presence of attacking that outside portion of the map because you've shut it down enough. They have gotten some success from it, but you've shut it down enough times that they've lost confidence in that part of the map.
Yeah, great plays on the Finnish side at the moment. And it looks like also they're starting to get more warmed up. They were looking maybe a little bit like they were being, were under a lot of pressure, some of the individuals on that Havu side. But now they look very confident. Look like they're not afraid of me. You see them pushing up, going aggressive. It's one of the things I started talking about, right, when I was watching some of their games. They would go for those aggressive pushes, and they've done it a lot from out the ramp room. Less outside, I would say, but still, I'll take it. I think this is working out really well for Havu at the moment.
Definitely 6 in a row for them at the moment. Another test, though. Roy has just speed ran outside down to the lower stairs. He'll be able to challenge. It is Saw who's rotated from ramp room to defend, and now 2 players for Mad Lions here.
Plenty of time, and I mean, if you can win the ramp fight with 1 guy or 2 people on the other side...
There's actually no ramp defense at the moment. Both players from ramp on Havu have rotated down, and actually it's just now Zori who's realized the mistake, the gap in the defense, who's shifted over with the op, and that could be dangerous and deadly in its own right.
It can, but it can also easily be grenaded away if he doesn't hit the foot. Oh, he's actually moved even more forward. I thought he was just sticking around hell, but...
Well, even if they get him, they're never going to expect 2 defenders to be in that lower bomb site. Havu have such a perfect read on this situation right now.
Yeah, that's true. You're not going to be getting that read in. A little bit of grenade. He's still sticking around, so he's so adamant he wants to take this fight. A Molotov there, but he'll run right through it. There's no one waiting for him. I can't believe he's still alive. Probably should have been dead already. Nice shot, but eventually the Horde will come for him, and now it's a 4 versus 3.
They think it's clear.
In the corner. Yeah, they do, absolutely. And they're not checking it yet. The bomb being planted, slowly running out. He continues to spray. What a perfect play coming out. He knew that bomb was going down. This is a knockout punch. 15-13 as Havu will go on to map point.
That is the level of outplay that Havu had. Mad Lions got everything they wanted. They forced Zori back. They got him. They gave a 1-for-1. He could only get the 1 frag before he was traded off. They had the opening kill onto Saw, and they just said, okay, 2 players. One had rotated down earlier. The op was guarding ramp room. No one expects Slowy to still be there to get another double kill and stop the plant. What a god tier second half he's playing so far for Havu, and he's got them 2 map points.
That was such an exciting read. He heard that bomb and he knew I'm gonna flank him and I'm gonna keep shooting right through him even as he dies to just pick up that one. Really well done. 15-13, and now suddenly the Danes are fighting to try and get into overtime somehow. Jumping down. Oh, and they get slaughtered by Dodo. There's no welcome here. Oh, this could be done really quickly. Bubsky and Acor trying to fight their way back at 3-on-3 now. And Hoodie waiting on top of the doorway, which, I mean, he's going to get traded right away, but still 2-on-2. And let's see what they can do. Slowy, who's been playing a mad game so far, sneaking in, instant execute, and that's going to be 16-13. Havu with a brilliant comeback.
And that's a 30th kill for Slowy right at the end. 30 frags in the map, 16-13. What a nice game from Havu. I wasn't entirely sure what to expect. I knew they'd look a bit more organized, but what a comeback. I didn't expect the comeback to be there.
That was so well done. I really have to appreciate that. Amazing job. Finnish team. They did pick this map, of course.
Yes.
Only map number 1, so there's going to be more coming up. But yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, well, the series doesn't really begin until you lose your map pick. So up next we have Mad Lions. That's going to be on Mirage, and we'll get into that right after the break.